Traveling can be fun and exciting. However, sometimes deciding where to go, who to go with, or what to do once you arrive at your destination can be a hassle, but not for members of the Pensacola Senior Travelers Club. Joining me now to tell us about the club and its purpose is Club President Bonnie Black. Bonnie, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I was very excited to learn about your club. I know we're going to talk in detail about some of the specifics as we go on, but just in general, what is the Pensacola Senior Travelers Club?
It's a travel club for seniors 50 and older. If you're a couple and one is 50 and the other's under 50, you can still join. We are a nonprofit, not for profit or unincorporated, and we were organized in 2005 for the purpose of providing travel opportunities at affordable prices to seniors. We are also a non-smoking group.
So y'all you're not part of a travel agency or anything, it's just a group of volunteers who kind of do the legwork, so to speak, and then present these opportunities to your group. Is that correct?
We do use some travel agencies for helping us with trips, but we're the front line.
So how many members do you have?
We have about 100 right now.
And why are they really interested? Are they just wanting someone to put together a trip for them, or are they more interested in having people to go with? Tell us a little bit about what motivates somebody to be a member.
First of all, the want to travel. A lot don't have a partner and, looking for a partner. What I used to always say was, I like it. I just pay my money and show up.
That's a very good way to put it. How many people typically, I know each trip is probably different, but how many people typically go on each trip?
I would say approximately 30 if it's a bus trip.
Well, I know you've got some trips coming up, so tell us a little bit about those.
Okay, we've got a trip planned in April to the Outer Banks. In May, we're going to Ireland. In July, we're going to the Canadian Rockies. In October, we're going to Branson, and Christmas we haven't got planned yet.
It sounds like you're very busy.
We are.
Well, who leads the group? Is that members of the club who take on that kind of showing the group around, or who takes the lead on those?
Well, we have what we call a tour escort, and that person is kind of in charge on the trip. Now, our bus driver has been around forever, always driven for us. And so he helps us a lot, a real lot.
Well, when we were talking earlier, you were talking about the advantages of traveling by bus. Tell us a little bit about what you like about bus traveling.
Well, I travel to see things, and on bus you can. If you fly somewhere, you miss a lot in between. Of course, it takes longer to go by bus, but we see a lot. We stop every day and see different things. So that's the advantage to me. Not everything's by bus, though. We do cruises.
Well, what have you heard from club members about their experiences? Say maybe a first-time person. What's typical of their feedback?
Most of them love it. Most of them. Sometimes you'll get someone that doesn't want to spend that much time, but most of them love going on the trips, and we get really positive feedback. Well,
there's also the socialization, the fellowship component, which I read about on your website. And I know y'all meet regularly. Tell us a little bit about your meeting schedule. I know you have a social and a business meeting, so kind of explain that to us.
We normally meet on the third Tuesday of every month, except for May and December. May we have a picnic, and December we have a Christmas party. And the time and the place may be different, okay? But we meet at 4:30. You can sign up for trips and join. 5 o'clock, we have a business meeting.
Okay. So what do y'all typically talk about at the business meeting? Is that where you go over the actual upcoming trips?
Yes, we do that, and we conduct business, treasurer's report, secretary's report, but we talk about the upcoming trips. Sometimes we'll have a program, maybe going over a trip we just made or trying to highlight a trip we're going to be making.
What are some trips you made like in the last year? We've talked about what's going forward. What have y'all done here recently?
You would ask me that question. Hang on a minute. I know it in my mind. Last year we went to Chicago. We went to Nashville. We went to Pigeon Forge. We went some other places I can't remember right now. I'm sorry.
Y'all are busy. Y'all are busy.
We are busy. We try to plan at least 6 trips a year, give or take.
Do you talked about people looking for, traveling companions. Do you find that you have a good mix of people who sign up alone, or maybe 2 or 3 friends want to join a group of 30, or kind of how does that, what would you maybe advise somebody who's saying, well, I don't know many people, not real good at meeting new people? What would you advise
Well, we
them?
have a group called the Lunch Bunch, and they meet every other month. It's to bring people together that don't have roommates so they can kind of talk to each other, and we help people get roommates because it is less expensive. Usually it's only the hotel room, but the hotel room is the same charge whether one person stays in that room or 2.
Okay, so y'all do kind of get people out of their shell a little bit.
We try.
And you try.
Yeah.
Now, I know there is a cost to be a member, but it's very, very, very low. Tell us a little bit about how that works.
It's as low as $10 a year.
I think that's
pretty
low
reasonable.
to have somebody put all this together. How long have you been involved with the group?
I'm a charter member from 2005.
So what motivated you to step up and do that?
Well, I was going to retire shortly, and I knew that traveling was what I wanted to do. And this provided an opportunity I wouldn't have gotten anyplace else.
How far in advance do y'all usually start signing up for trips?
Well, we're signing people up right now for the Canadian Rockies. So that's in July. As soon as we can get the trip ready and out there, we start signing people up.
Okay. Can you give us a little sneak peek, or has it all been put together yet? What do you hope to see and do in the Canadian Rockies?
Well, I've always heard about Banff and Lake Louise. I've been to Yellowstone. I haven't been to Glacier, but I'm looking forward to seeing Lake Louise and Banff.
Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, what would you say to a viewer who's possibly watching this and thinking, well, maybe I might check it out?
I'd say come on out to a meeting, look at us, and get enthusiastic and join, and take a trip. You'll love it.
Well, can't get a better endorsement than that.
Okay.
So, Bonnie, thank you very much for being here. It's great information. And we'll be right
you.
back with more coming of age and information on how eligible seniors can stay active, help others, and earn some extra income.